Hey everyone, welcome to another fine edition of the Post Credits Show. I'm your host, Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Serge, the urge for Surge.
Hey Serge, how you doing?
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Hey, and may the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with us.
Oh, I saw a meme. It was like the NSYNC, and it said, "It's gonna be May."
Okay.
I thought that was great.
Bye.
No post-credit scenes. I didn't stick around and check, but I just assumed no post-credit scenes. Maybe I should have checked that.
Oh,
Let us know in the comments, those of you showing up, if there were any post-credit scenes we should have hung around for.
I doubt it.
Most comedies put everything on the table.
Right. They're going all in.
Yeah. If a comedy is going to do something, it's going to be like creative credits, like Game Night. Game Night had creative credits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're starting off with reviews on how soon you should see a movie. We're talking Long Shot, Charlize Theron and Seth Rogan film. It's weird. It's the week after Avengers. Nobody wants to follow that up because, Avengers is going to sweep the second week as well. So we got a kids movie, Ugly Dolls, with a bunch of names voicing and singing in it. And you got Seth Rogen, Charlize Theron comedy, and The Intruder, starring Dennis Quaid.
I heard a lot of good things about The Intruder.
Me too.
I haven't had a chance to see it.
Yeah, maybe we'll see it
this coming week.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. As far as end games go, the only good thing was Tony Stark's haircut.
You're only saying that because that's your haircut.
Yeah. Actually, his haircut's better than mine, but...
I'll give you a touch of gray.
All right.
Bucks a touch of gray.
So how soon should they see The Long Shot?
I say see it this week. I find it a very solid comedy. I was laughing throughout. Very compelling. They injected some action into it at one point. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I like slapstick comedy, physical comedy, and insult burn comedy was on point as well.
Okay.
So I say see it this week.
I say, watch it on Redbox.
How dare you?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was cracking up the first 45 minutes, and then after that, I was like, "Wait, this is a Seth Rogen film."
So you went in with a little bit of expectations.
I didn't know what to expect. No.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's dig in. I guess we'll throw up the spoiler warning. Let me see.
Okay.
Boom. So we can talk about fair discussion on Long Shot or any other Seth Rogen or Charlize Theron film. Please let us know in the comments. What you think. What's your favorite Seth Rogen film or Charlize Theron film?
I think my favorite Seth Rogen movie is probably Knocked Up.
Oh, Knocked Up? Mm-hmm. I actually haven't seen it.
I think Knocked Up is a funny movie.
Also starring Christian Heigl?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure from Grey's Anatomy fame.
She's like, he's fat. He's got fat genes. So mean.
So our baby's going to be fat?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Okay. I'm just checking your sound level.
Oh, okay.
Don't panic.
Okay.
Oh, you're good.
So, I was going to say this movie looked a lot like The Interview.
Oh, The Interview, starring James Franco and Ray Park and Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And Eminem.
Was he in there?
Yeah, he was the first interview.
Oh, right.
And spoiler for the movie, Eminem's like, "Oh, I'm gay. You guys didn't know that? Have you listened to my lyrics?" And they're all like, "Oh, this is the best television ever."
He's like, I would have thought you guys would have figured it out by now.
It's real solid comedy. So, yeah. I like The Interview too, and there's a lot of things that remind me too. Use of pop music Boys to Men is surprisingly in this film.
Yeah.
Which also reminded me of This Is the End, because Backstreet Boys is in This Is the End. So I'm wondering if that's a Seth Rogen key mark, getting, a popular band or group from the 90s, injecting them into your movie.
I like that movie when Rihanna falls in the hole.
Oh, yeah. This Is the End. Yeah. This Is the End is one of my favorites. I had to look through his filmography to figure out which one is my favorite. This Is the End might be a close second.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoy This Is the End. For those who don't know, This Is the End is about the world ending, and Craig Robertson, James Franco, Jonah Hill, what's his face, Seth Rogen.
They're all in the movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a while. They go to a party, right?
Yeah, it's a party at James Franco's, and the one Canadian actor whose name escapes me, let us know in the comments, he's visiting in town, James Franco, and he just doesn't want to be there because he thinks Jonah Hill hates him and he doesn't like parties and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And it's interesting because they get locked in together at James Franco's house and they're trying to survive, but there's like supernatural monsters outside. And
who else gets killed with the light post?
What's his
from
guy
Juno?
From Superbad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because they're playing themselves, but a heightened, version of themselves. Like Jonah Hill is like evil, like secretly evil, and pretending to be nice all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just good stuff.
Yeah. So this Long Shot, I was going to say it's like a transition because we used to see Seth Rogen and his movies were more about a comedy. Mm-hmm. And now it's a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
So he's doing a transition, like, because in the interview he also falls in love with the girl.
Right. That's a comedy staple. One of the leads has to fall in love with somebody.
Oh, okay. I don't think he fell in love with anybody in Pineapple Express.
That's true. You got me.
Yeah.
You got me.
Yeah.
Well, they fell in love with each other.
Oh.
James Franco and Seth Rogen.
He's like,
their bromance blossomed.
Okay. What was the other guy's name?
Red.
He's like, look what I'm wearing. Look what you're wearing.
Yeah, and I love it how he's like in a neck brace, like bleeding out at a pancake house. Oh, you need a holder?
No, I got this.
I've used it before, but I forget how.
Okay.
The reason I had the zombie hand ready is because the director of Long Shot also directed Warm Bodies, which is another romantic comedy.
What is Warm Bodies?
It's about a zombie and a human survivor fall in love. It's supposed to be like a play on Romeo and Juliet because they're two. And then like when a zombie falls in love, they become more human. But there's also like another worse version of zombies called bonies that are like walking skeletons.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the girl? What other movies has she?
Charlize Theron. She won an Oscar for Monster, where like she wore like really bad makeup and prosthetics and played like a serial killer.
Not Monster Ball?
No.
Oh.
No. That's someone else.
Okay.
She also, in a movie I really like called Young Adult, where she plays a young adult ghostwriter, and she gets a baby picture from her boyfriend from high school, and she thinks that's him telling her that he wants to get back together with her.
Oh.
Yeah, like she loses it in Young Adult. It's really good. And Patton Oswalt, like he was beaten like almost to death and crippled by high school bullies who thought he was gay. He isn't even gay. And so like he sees Charlize Theron going after this clearly happy married guy, She's completely lost, and Patton Oswalt's like, "What are you doing?" So it's like a dark comedy. I love it.
So this is the complete opposite of.
Yeah, a little bit. I love dark comedies sometimes. World's Greatest Dad, starring Robin Williams, very solid. Oh, another recommendation I was going to do on Hulu right now is Hunt for the Wilder People.
What is that?
It's New Zealand's highest grossing movie, written by Taika Waititi, who also did Thor Ragnarok and What We Do in the Shadows.
Okay.
And it's about the kid from Deadpool, Fire Fist. That's how he got his breakout role. Like, he thinks he's all gangster, but like he's out in the woods, like lost and trying to survive. So his gangster stuff's really hollow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's a really touching film about, finding your family and, foster parentage and that kind of thing.
Okay.
So strongly recommend it.
Okay.
Oh, Gwen Williams is chiming in. I thought the movie was sweet and romantic, and I think they don't need to add strong sexual content that made it rated R. What do you think? Talking about Long Shot.
Oh.
I also found the movie sweet and romantic. What do you think about making it PG-13 and eliminating the sexual stuff? Because that would probably be the thing that easily jumped into R, other than maybe the swear words. Swear words are easy to get out.
I don't remember anything sexual about the movie.
So super spoiler alert. They blackmail Seth Rogan and Charlize Theron because they're dating after a certain point in the film, and he was jerking off and gets his mess on his face.
It gets on his beard. That's why it's a long shot.
Yeah. No way.
I thought you caught that. You didn't catch that one.
That's so. Oh my gosh. Yeah. See, this is why we need to do the show, to tell people that's what long shot means.
That was the long shot.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, this movie has so many meanings.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrible. I love it though.
But I mean, if they remove that, I mean that was the icing on the cake, no? There was the long.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Long Shot, I saw it as Long Shot her become president, Long Shot them becoming together. I was doing a little research on it. Apparently, the original title for this film was Flarsky, the journalist's name.
Uh-huh.
So I think it originally was written, and it was also written by the people who did The Interview and The Post. So yeah, it's supposed to be comedic, but also like political and giving you a message, because The Post definitely did that. If we're comparing, if they're exact.
Gwen says it's gross.
It's a bit gross, but it's funny too.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Charlize Theron, pointed out, knowing that when Seth Rogan fell down the stairs, he was fine. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, he's like. I don't think it could be PG-13 because of the words, strong language.
But that's easy to dub down. You don't need every single F-bomb in there. But also drug content too. That's like a staple of a Seth Rogan movie. Is there some sort of drug content?
Yeah, that's all he does.
Sometimes.
I don't remember any movie where Seth Rogen hasn't been in there talking about weed and.
Right. Let's figure this out. So any James Franco one we can write off.
Okay.
Was there drug use in The Interview? There's a poison. I don't think The Interview had them getting high with Ray Park.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Okay.
That's weird though. Why isn't that in there? That would have been an easy one.
I'm gonna go back and check it. I'm pretty sure.
Check the tape. I think it's still on Netflix.
Okay.
But yeah, The Night Before, which is a Christmas movie, was all about weed.
Okay.
They take special weed about their past, present, and future. Because Seth Rogen's having a baby, and I think he gets future drugs.
Oh, okay. In Knocked Up, he's also smoking weed in the garage.
What about 40-Year-Old Virgin?
That's not him.
Well, he's not the star, but he's in it, and it's a Judd Apatow film.
Oh yeah, when they're playing cards.
Yeah, probably.
He's smoking in there.
That makes sense.
So it's a Seth Rogen staple.
Yeah, it totally is. It totally is a Seth Rogen staple. Maybe if he had more power, but yeah, it's interesting. I was watching all the producers on this thing. There was a lot. I think Evan Goldsberg is Seth Rogen's writing partner, and they work together a ton. They launched a lot of television stuff together. Preacher, The Boys is coming to Prime Video, which is about superheroes acting like dicks. So these people like spank them, like embarrass them or bring them down.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting, but they're not supervillains. They're just like policing superheroes.
Oh.
Yeah, looks interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, it's also very rated R stuff. Like Future Man, also very rated R on Hulu. Like that's just where Seth Rogen lives.
Yeah.
You know.
Gwen says, "I guess I'm old-fashioned and like my romantic comedies cleaned out."
Clean cut. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Well, that's interesting. Like, I'm trying to place it. Is this a romantic comedy? Like, I was reading like a hot take review, and like they're saying this is like the worst part of misogynistic romantic comedy, where the guy gets the hot girl for no reason. And I'm like, that's a little unfair.
I don't think the rom-com fits Seth Rogen too much.
Right? Yeah, Seth Rogen's comedy styling with romantic comedy. I don't know. I was kind of on board for it.
I think his best film is actually Pineapple Express.
I really like Pineapple Express. Yeah, and it's just a goof off comedy, you know.
'Cause he's more like a goofball.
Yeah, he is a goofball.
Yeah, that's what he is.
I don't know. Like I think Flarsky, like it was originally called Flarsky. I think it was supposed to be like a more journalistic movie, and I think when they landed Charlize Theron, and like they're like, oh, maybe we need to nudge this more romantic comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. One person I really liked, I recognized, was the president.
Oh, Bob Odenkirk. He was in The Post too.
He was in. Was he in The Post? Yeah, he was in The Post. Yeah, he's in The Post.
Yeah.
And
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. I thought he was great. He looked like he's a complete dumb.
Yeah, he's a
dummy
president. Yeah, and the whole he played a TV president for 10 years, wildly popular. And he wants to make president.
He wants to make the jump from TV to movie, which I was dying. Because he's talking about himself, you know.
Yeah. I love the part where like they're trying to list all the actors that made the jump, and then they listed Jennifer Aniston. I was cracking up. But at first, I thought they mentioned Jennifer. I pictured Jennifer Gardner, who I say is a legit movie star. You know, 13 Going on 30, and that female Punisher movie. I forget what it was called.
Okay.
That's how memorable it was. But yeah, Jennifer Aniston, like, is she a movie star though? I'm like, that. It's one of those questions you like debate around the office, or like, you know, someone will post on their Facebook, and you know.
So she didn't make it.
Well, let's ask our audience. Do you think Jennifer Aniston is a movie star? Like my favorite movie of hers, she's barely in Office Space.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't? Oh, okay. That's gonna be your homework this week.
Oh man,
Office Space is legit. You work in any office place, like especially I know where you work. It totally is like, oh yeah, I do have 12 bosses.
Oh
yeah.
Gwen says, I like the movie till the end.
So the ending with the blackmail and then them coming together.
Actually, I was going to mention there's an episode of The Black Mirror. It's very similar to this. And where everybody they get dirt on everybody and they make a heist. Right. And it's the same thing where I saw where they caught a video of him and they blackmail him.
Oh, yeah. What was that one called? I think it was Shut Up and Dance.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
So they got dirt on the guy cheating, and they got the video of the guy masturbating.
It's very, very bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, after watching that Black Mirror episode, I did tape over my webcam on my laptop.
So I think it's becoming a trend, people don't want their information out there.
Right, yeah. And it's also play, I don't know if that was what they're going for, but that's like a play on, political candidates not securing their stuff. Which is, I don't want to get political on this show, but that's a topic that's out there,
Yeah.
Make sure everything's secure.
Yeah. But I liked her the way she pointed it out. She's like, everybody here does it, so she's like,
Oh, yeah, in that speech. And then Mike
just shrug it off, whatever.
Ooh, what was that movie that Jennifer Aniston was in where she got in a car accident and was in pain all the time? I believe that movie was Cake. I haven't seen it, but she had a big old scar across her chest.
I don't
There's a lot of blonde ladies dealing with trauma movies, Into the Wild with Reese Witherspoon.
I don't remember that movie.
Yeah, there's a lot coming out at the time. I believe that Jennifer Aniston movie was Cake, and yeah, she was the lead, and I hear it's real good.
Okay.
I missed it somehow.
Okay.
It was before MoviePass.
Oh.
Any other movies? We're neglecting my all-time favorite Charlize Theron movie.
Okay.
Mad Max Fury Road.
That's her?
That's her.
Oh.
Why do you think I mentioned it to you?
Oh.
Yeah, she's transformative. I mean, yeah, and
Is she the main character?
that's what a lot of people argue, that Furiosa is the star of Fury Road, because that's why it's called Fury Road, because it's Furiosa. I'd argue that, yeah, she is the lead. Let's blow that up.
Is that her name?
Oops.
Furiosa?
Yeah, Furiosa.
That's Spanish for furiosa.
What?
That's furious in Spanish.
Yeah.
Furiosa.
Yeah, but yeah, look, she looks totally, different.
She's the one without the arm, right?
Yeah, she had like a janky robot arm that was really cool. But yeah, she went all in, and look at this little poster thing. Tom Hardy's in the background with his face covered.
Oh.
So, it's her movie, front and back. She has an arc, a theory I love behind Mad Max is all the bad guys are different horsemen of the apocalypse. One's famine, war, and pestilence, and then the fourth horseman is Mad Max. He's death, which trumps him.
I disagree with you, Ronnie. I
What?
think this is Max's movie. His name is on the title.
Well, yeah.
Mad Max.
Right. Gwen says she loves Mad Max 2. Action the whole time. A lot of people argue it is one long car chase. But what's funny is they're able to find little moments for character, little just, softer moments where they're cruising, or resting. But yeah, it just adds to the punch of the high action scenes too.
Yeah. What other movies has she came out on?
Charlize Theron. It's funny. She was in a season of Arrested Development.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For those who haven't seen Arrested Development, maybe tune out. But she's playing a retarded person, and she's mentally disabled, handicapped, whatever the correct phrasing is. And
Okay.
Yeah. She's supposed to be a little off, and nobody notices for a long time. Michael is dating her and doesn't even know.
Wow.
And one of the best jokes is we did give her a lot of plastic surgeries, and they showed a before picture, and it was just her from the movie Monster.
Oh my god.
Without the makeup and stuff.
Wow.
Ooh, Gwen loves Arrested Development.
I've only seen a few episodes.
The original series is really good. They just concluded it on Netflix. it lost a lot of its charm once it got canceled off Fox.
Okay.
In my opinion, but it's very watchable though. David Cross, Bob Odenkirk's old Mr. Show partner, is a highlight in it.
Rachel says Seth Rogen admits on a recent interview he's been high every movie he's ever been in. So that's kind of a given.
That not too much of a shock. I think James Franco's right there with him.
Yeah.
There's just some artists that's how they have to operate.
Yeah.
You know, and it's whatever. It's nerve-wracking being in front of a camera though, or a crowd. So I could see taking the edge off. You know, like this show is pretty easy because our camera doesn't look like a camera. I dressed it up to look like a bunny. So yeah.
In a recent interview, I'm admitting that I'm always drunk when I'm on the show.
Oh man, I didn't give you your soda today. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I'm not reading that.
Okay. So back to the movie, Ronnie.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't like the blackmail thing either. I feel it's like,
yeah, the whole, the television conglomerate guy being there the whole time and then coming back and trying to, you know, it's a little clunky. It'd been interesting maybe if the French Prime Minister was blackmailing him.
That would have.
Or something. Or, like, if this were a more hard-hitting movie, it would have been Charlize Theron's assistant lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It would have been someone on her own team, and then she'd have to be like, oh, you're fired, you know? That's more traditional rom-com, I believe.
You know what caught me off guard was when the assistant was sleeping with the Indian guy.
Oh,
I was like, whoa, what?
That was so great. When she came out with her hair messed up, I was like, oh... Yeah.
That was a twist.
Yes.
And I agree with you, the action when they were getting bombarded, I didn't expect that.
Yes. Yeah. Like it seemed like, oh, this is where they're going to kiss or it's going to happen. And then all of a sudden there's a street across the sky. My first thought was it was like an asteroid or a shooting star. Oh. I thought I was in a different movie. And it was like
I
sci-fi.
thought I was like, it's a missile, but I'm like, oh, is he going to blow up everything though?
That is so funny.
Yeah.
And Gwen really liked all the characters. Yeah. Really good team. Her assistant lady, she's really good in Stuck in the Middle with You. It's that like old ladies show on Netflix.
No, I have no idea.
Help me out, Gwen. I know you watch that show. With Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda.
When the missile was coming, it reminded me of that Spider-Man 3 movie where the thing's coming through the car's coming and then Peter grabs Mary Jane and he like dives under.
Oh, that's Spider-Man 2.
Is it? Okay.
But yeah, the whole, tuck and roll thing, and like it's neat that Seth Rogen at first knew what to do, but after that he was just pure panic mode, didn't know what to do. Yeah. And then Charlize Theron rolled on top of him to protect him, Pretty cool.
Good stuff.
But anyways, that one actress, she also does the podcast, How Did This Get Made? And they just riff on like bizarre movies like Con Air. Their Con Air episode's really good. I recommend that.
Well, there's two Con Airs. One is the movie, and number 2 is the blow dryer.
I was talking about the blow dryer.
Oh, okay.
No, Con Air, man.
Okay.
Please tell me you've seen that.
A long time ago.
Okay. Yeah, I love me some Con Air.
Is that Nicolas Cage?
Nick Cage. Put the bunny back in the box. Really good cast, too.
What was that movie? He's in the motorcycle? Night Ride? No.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Yeah. I saw Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance recently on Crackle.
I think that was the end of his career.
Yeah.
Okay. Or Nick Cage.
I love me some Nick Cage.
My favorite Nick Cage movie is Matchstick Man.
Oh, the bees, not the bees.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Cage, so good. Oh, I think they're gonna do Nick Cage Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Noir.
Another Spider-Man movie?
Yes, all the Spider-Man movies, all of them. I need them. I can't wait. I'm avoiding the second Spider-Man trailer because second trailers give away too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I've had enough of Spidey.
Well, how dare you?
I'm glad he didn't like make a big entrance on Endgames.
Yeah, yeah. So, any last thoughts from our loyal viewers? And please always comment at us, even when we're not doing the show, and we'll put your comments online. You can reach us at Post Credit Show on Instagram and Twitter, and we also have a Facebook page. But yeah, what's our video movie for next week? Detective.
Oh yeah, Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu's next week already.
I thought it was John Wick. I think that's the 18th.
Are you gonna have to look this up on
No,
air?
no, I'm pretty sure it's John Wick's the third week then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
May 10th. Yep.
Oh.
Detective Pikachu's next week.
Okay.
So yep, Detective Pikachu. We're both excited about it. I think you more so than me.
I've been excited for this for a whole year, or ever since the preview came out.
Yeah. It took a couple previews for me to get into it, but yeah, I am all Pikachu.
And I was telling you earlier, they used the same engine to make Sonic, and Sonic, poor Sonic, looks horrible.
Oh, let's bring that up quick before we close the show. Another trailer came out for Sonic the Hedgehog, and the entirety of the internet, it seemed, said like, we don't like the way Sonic looks.
Well, yeah, he looks terrible.
Yeah, like we know what Sonic looks like. He doesn't change in the video games, even when he went 3D. Like he has a very similar look.
He has like a bulky head, a giant hair,
Yeah.
and he has like skinny legs.
Yeah,
That's
he's pretty stubby, so he can curl into a ball. They stretched him out like the Flash for some reason.
He looked like that movie Kangaroo Jack. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, Kangaroo Jack.
Jeez.
There's theories going on out there where people are saying that I can't think. That they purposely put out bad footage to get buzz for the film. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, that would have been genius if it was intentional, but I don't think it was
Right.
intentional. I think they give work to some directors that really haven't done their research, and they kind of like, oh, okay, let's just.
Yeah. And also you don't know. They give creative teams this look and. Like, it's like, okay, go do the computer graphics. And, the final product's always a gamble, Like, when I first saw the still images of, like, the fuzzy Pokemon, I was like, ugh. But seeing them in motion, it totally works.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're in motion, it works.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Look forward to seeing Detective Pikachu.
Okay, so I was referring to Grace and Frankie on Netflix.
I haven't seen. I don't know what that is.
Starring Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin. They find out their husbands of like over 40 years have been having a gay affair on them, and they want divorces. And they hate each other at the beginning of the series. And they, end up like, because since they're getting divorced, they team up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's an interesting comedy. I'm a fan of Lily Tomlin as well, so I really like.
Okay.
Yeah, and the assistant gal from Long Shot, she's in Grace and Frankie as a daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I could see why they cast her. Probably they saw Grace and Frankie, you're like, oh, perfect,
She fits right in.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So another fine edition of the Post Credit Show.
Okay.
I'm doing an accent for some reason.
Okay. So, anything else?
Yeah, just watch Detective Pikachu for next week. We'll keep you posted, and
I might be able to name all the Pokemon on the movie, so
okay,
I'll keep track of that.
okay, yeah. You make a little list while you're watching the film, and
Okay.
I'll just enjoy it.
Okay.
Which Pokemon do you hope are in it that they haven't shown?
I don't know. I've seen the poster. I know I saw Ludicolo, and that's like a big orange duck. So I look forward to seeing
Oh,
him.
okay, yeah.
So
I want all the starter basics. Squirtle. I think Bulbasaur's already confirmed. Charmander. I like Charmander too. Almost
Yeah.
as much as Charizard.
if any Pokemon like from the Advanced series comes out, I'm gonna be really happy. Yeah,
Really?
yes.
I think it's going to be mostly the original.
No, Ludicolo's in there already. He's
Right.
from the advanced one.
I think they're going to spice, but they won't be the main focus.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Not
Yeah,
at all.
just for spice.
Well, we'll see.
We'll
This
see.
is something like where like I'm gonna be biased about. You know what I mean? So
I hope there's a.
I'm gonna tone down my score.
I hope there's a cameo from Team Rocket or something. Like there's a trader with an Atkins and a coughing.
I smell Super Mario all over again, but either way, I'm gonna give it credit.
No. I think this. People are saying this is going to be the movie that breaks the streak for video game adaptations being good.
Okay.
You know, people like the original Tomb Raider though. Oh, with Angelina Jolie.
I saw that, but I don't remember much about it.
It's good.
Okay.
I liked it.
Okay.
It's an
All
action.
right. Well, we'll talk about it next week.
Okay, thank you for joining us once again.
I'm Serge.
I'm Ron.
See you next time.
See ya.